We've looked at the 4s of Chesed and the 5s of Gevurah, and how the energy of loving kindness and generosity reaches a point where it has to be stopped and controlled in Gevurah. We don't want this to get out of control. We want this because it starts to get destructive. If you have too much of a good thing, as they say, it does get destructive. So we need this discipline. We need these boundaries. Well, what happens in between them? There's a path that connects them, and the path is ruled by a major arcana. But which major arcana? Well, this is major arcana number 8. It's the path. It's the 8th one as you're moving down the tree of life. So it's trump number 8. And you probably have noticed in some tarot decks that major arcana 8 can be strength or it can be justice. The Order of the Golden Dawn placed strength at 8 and justice at 11. But Crowley switched those, and you've probably seen some tarot decks that follow that order too, that puts justice at 8 and strength at 11. And of course, Crowley also changed the name of those two cards. And he did that because he wanted to change the meaning. He wanted to adjust the meaning a little bit. So strength isn't just about strength, it's about your divine will. He wanted to make clear in his lust card that it's about your divine will on earth. It's very important to the Thoth Tarot, of course. And he also changed the Justice card to adjustment, and that incorporates the opportunity to make big changes. So which card do we put on that path? Well, if you stick to the numbers, then you stick to adjustment. But I actually like, funnily enough, I actually like the lust card at number 8 and the adjustment card at number 11, particularly because of the changes that Crowley made to the cards. So I put the lust card in between Chesed and Gevurah. And the lust card, there's a lot of symbolism in this card, and you can look it up. You can start with the Book of Revelations and Babylon and this amazing beast that she rides in on. And, you know, we know that that's generally not considered to be a good thing. It's not presented as a good thing in the Book of Revelations, but Crowley reclaims that. He reclaims that aspect of ourselves, that desire, lust, like it says on the card. But it's not just about physical lust. This relates to your divine will, which is very important to the Thoth deck. What you're here to do, your divine job, as it were, what you really want. So this isn't about the small things that you might want in this life. That doesn't matter as much. This is about your spiritual wanting. What do you want from your spiritual life? What kind of connections do you want? And this card says, go get them. It's a very strong, powerful card. It's a Leo card, and it connects two very strong, powerful Sephiroth. Chesed and Gevurah are still on the top part of the tree of life. So there's still, you know, there's that purity there. Once you pass Tiferet, things get a little bit more difficult because you get further and further away from divinity. So it's more and more confusing. But here you've got this beautiful, this path is still very pure and very, very strong. So one of the reasons I like to put lust there is exactly because it runs into Gevurah. You can easily see how this card could get out of control. You know, whatever you want, you can lose control, you can misunderstand, you can just say, right, I can do what I want. I've got all this generosity, and I've got all this loving kindness, all this, you know, encouragement and support and protection. So I'm just going to go crazy. I'm just going to keep doing what I want. Well, Gevurah says, let's slow down a little bit and think about things. It provides a roadblock so the lust card doesn't get out of control. Provides some discipline so that when you are pursuing your divine will, you're doing it in a reasonable way. You know, definitely go with your passions. That's what this card is about. But there has to be a structure to it. It can't just be wild abandon, or you really won't get anywhere. There has to be some kind of structure. And I also like adjustment in between Gevurah and Tiferet. We'll talk about that a little bit more in another video, but I like that there because what it means is it's this energy that's gone from Chesed through the lust, which acted like a filter through the lust card into Gevurah. then you have the chance to make changes before you get to Tiferet. And that's how you get to Tiferet. This makes a lot of sense to me, is that you go through Gevurah and you make those changes, you stop, you adjust, you go through the adjustment card, and then you get to this place of perfect balance. And I do like that. I like those connotations of adjustment better than the Justice card. The Justice card to me feels like it's already a done deal and you are perhaps being judged. But adjustment says, okay, here's one of your chances on the Tree of Life, one of your chances in the tarot to stop and think about what's going on, stop doing things that aren't helpful, and then keep going and balance right in the middle at Tiferet. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.